Name is Sagar. Today is a Lab 41 Indexer. So, what is Indexer? Actually, the class is querying, or from that class you can get the element by using index. That's called Indexer. Indexer is like a properties, but having a type class. Okay, Indexer having get and set identifier. So, in this lab, we will see how to create indexer, how to overload indexer, and how to use that. In .NET Framework, indexers are heavily used. If you want to see, I am creating here system collection. Okay, and if I create one list string abc equal to string abc, and if you can see here, it is a indexer. Okay, you can query the class by using index. Suppose I am having here one class classroom. Okay, and in classroom I am having one list, and the list contain student class. Actually, I need to define here one student class, and in student class we are having property string name get and set, and here one more property id will be the integer, and here address. Okay, string address, and this classroom class contain a collection of student. So I need to use student class here, and here student collection. Okay, I need to initialize it here, and if one class contain the collection of another classes, it called aggregated collection. You need to remember that. Okay, and here I need to fill this uh, collection with values. So how I fill this student collection and dot add, and I'm here initializing this by student object. Okay, here first is address is suppose USA, after that id is equal to 1, and after that name is equal to xyz, and similarly I need to create this for 4. Okay, suppose here id is 2, and abc here, and then here I need id is 3, and name is you, here Brazil, here 4, and here name is ccc, and here address is XYZZ and ID is 5 and name is DDD. Okay, so if I want to access the element or the student in this list, I need to create one method for that. So if I create one method public, its return type is student and get by ID. Okay, and here I pass int as a ID, student ID. Okay, and here I use link queue to retrieve that student from the collection student collection dot select yes such that yes dot id is equal to id. Why throwing error? Because it throwing list object, but I want only one, so I use here as a first. It gives an error. Why it gives an error? You see that here the select returns the list, but if I use first or default, it runs perfectly fine. Okay, and again here I am creating one more method get by name, and here I pass string name, and here I write this expression, and here I use st dot name is equal to name. Okay, and if I want to access this, how I get the student from that collection, I need to create one classroom object class again obj is equal to new classroom, and from that classroom obj here you can see get by id. If I pass 1 and if I create here student est is equal to, and here I print this properties of student on console. So how I do that? Est dot name est dot id and est dot address. Okay, and similarly I created here again, and I use the same object, but here I use get by name, and here I pass name XYZ. Okay, if I am passing ID here, no need to write ID, so I am removing here, and also I remove the name from here, and to hold the console I use console.read, and if I run this program we will see what will be the output. Okay, so you can see here if I pass 1, it gives XYZ and USA, and if I pass name XYZ, it prints 1 and USA. You can see our collection, and here 1 USA, name is XYZ. Okay, so for use indexing or indexer, you need to write here public student, and this is required for using indexer. This represent the current object, and here I pass int as the ID, and indexer having get and set. So if I use get and I use this expression here, and similarly I am use this for string. Here I use name. Okay, and for name I use this line of code, and I use this here. Name is capital one, so that's why it's giving error. And here I is a capital, so that's why. And you will see the magic how indexer work. And if I use square bracket here, you can see it requires ID and name is a parameter, and if I am using one as a parameter and here I am using name as a parameter for indexer, and if I run this program, you can see the output will be the same. So this means that here you use integer and here you use string, means you overload the indexer. So the use of indexer is actually to simplify the interface of accessing the aggregated collection from that class. Okay, you can here easily access this list, but if I make it private, and you can't access this list from the class object of classroom, but you want to retrieve the element in that list, so you can use the indexer. And you can also use the set method for indexer. Okay, that's all about indexers. So remember one main thing: for indexer you want to write this keyword. Without that you can't create indexes. Second one, in .NET framework indexer is heavily used. Okay, and third one is you can overload the indexer. Okay, so thank you for watching. Keep listening, keep learning. If you like my videos, please subscribe my channel, and for more resources you can visit my site www.sagarjaybhay.com. Thank you. Have a nice day.